Sinead Daly and I'm the manager of the Women's Rape and Sex Abuse Centre here in Dundee and Angus. This is, I think the fourth Reclaim the Night March that we've held, and we feel it's really important to every year to try and bring to public attention the fact that violence against women and girls is still a very prevalent issue in society.
I'm the Chief Executive of Abertay Students Association, so I wanted to show solidarity to all female students, particularly in light of the recent events from last week. So for me, it's really important that we show face to all Dundee citizens that we are in support of reclaiming the night. 2, 4, 6, 8, stop the violence, stop the rape! 2, 4, 6, 8, stop the violence, stop the rape!
It happens every day, it happens everywhere around the world, doesn't it? Like sexual violence, general harassment against women, and no one talks about it, and it's so good that people are here.
Hey! Ho! Sexual violence has got to go! Hey! Ho! Sexual violence has got to go!
A lot of people in our society have troubles walking home at night. They don't feel safe. I know a lot of friends that make fake phone calls just to get home at night. There was a serious attack just behind our house the other week. I think it's really important to march and tell the women who don't feel safe that they're not alone.
It's just one of those things that makes it feel like it's so important that we have to start this up from the ground level, because there's never going to be any guarantee that justice will always be served, and even if something does get brought to court, it can always get dismissed. So we always need to make sure like events like this are important to let women, so women can let other women know that they're not alone.
Hey! Ho! Sexual violence has got to go! Hey! Ho! Sexual violence has got to go!
Making sure this is in the public eye and that people are aware of it is so important, because sexual assault can happen to anybody of any age, of any gender, of any orientation, it doesn't matter, and it can happen on street corners or it can happen by your friends. Most sexual assault happens by somebody you know, and making sure that this stigma around it is taken away so as people aren't afraid to come forward and they know there's a support group there that they can turn to.
Wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no! Wherever we go, yes means yes and no means no!
I think it's important to come along to these protests, because I think there's enough of these negative attitudes towards women. There's enough of these excuses. There's enough of these blame placed on women. It's not a woman's fault if she gets sexually assaulted. It's on the perpetrator. It's on the person who carries it out. It doesn't matter what she was wearing. It doesn't matter the way she was walking. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that man or that person chose to carry that sexual assault out, and that's not right.
I think there's a million reasons why it's really important to have events like this. I think first of all it's something that certainly recently people are speaking about increasingly online, in online spaces, like especially given the broader context of things that were going on like in Hollywood and things like that. But I also think it's really important that we make it as visible as possible in all spaces, so in public spaces as well, given that people can't walk down the street without getting harassed.
I believe in the cause and right for women's freedom, and it's very important as a BME woman to actually voice that as well. So it was very nice taking part in the protest, the march, the chanting. It just makes you feel you're part of something so big. And I think these key messages are important for the younger generation to understand that, and so they can implement that. Whereas the older generation, we've seen so much violence, and it's to end that as well, and to start this new era of generation.